Hey everybody, it's John Younger with Assisted Living Locators. Today I have 5 minutes with Stephanie Nordstrom of Christopher Heights in Marlboro. Hey Stephanie,
Hi, John.
how's it going
How are you
today?
doing
Good.
today?
I'm doing good. You?
Good, good. Nice sunny day out today.
Absolutely. Hey
Can't complain.
Stephanie, why don't you tell us a bit about Christopher Heights?
All right, sure. So Christopher Heights is an assisted living located in Marlboro, Mass. We are freestanding assisted people come in and they get assessed the way for this level of care, and we offer an all-inclusive program. So people come in and they can get soup to nuts under our our premium program, but we have a couple of different levels that they can choose from as well if they don't necessarily need that all-inclusive package that comes with everything. So when we are kind of assessing them, we determine whether or not they have a higher need or a lesser need, but it's not really that if they're getting uh, a tier of care per se. It's just whether or not they need the care or they don't need the care, essentially.
Oh,
And then people come in and they can get 3 meals a day, housekeeping weekly, laundry services weekly, all those little things to fill in the gaps where mom or dad might be not doing so well anymore, but they still have to have like a certain level of independence. We're a social model here, so we're not going to do spoon feeding and that sort of thing, because we want, when mom and dad come in, we want them to feel like that they're in an independent living, that they're in someplace where they're coming to make community, they're coming to make friends, but they might be in need of a little, maybe they just need a standby in the shower, maybe they need a little med management, whatever it may be, but still, they want to be surrounded by their peers, right? So it's not like a nursing home level of care style of assisted living. And we also don't lock them in. So residents are free to come and go, essentially as they please in normal times. They have a key. It's in a private apartment. They're all private rooms. So there's no co-suites or sharing of rooms unless it was a couple. They have private bathrooms, walk-in showers with not guardrails, handrails, pull cords for assistance, seats in the shower. That's our system. Actually, we use the pull cord system. So there's one in the
okay.
bathroom, there's one next to their bed, and it's for any level of assistance. So if mom or dad needs help with a pickle jar, they're not going to get charged for pulling the cord. If they need a little bit of assistance with whatever it might be, opening a window, they're warm, they're hot, they need assistance with that. They're ready for their shower, they need help with shoelaces. They can be comfortable in knowing that all they have to do is pull the cord. They can have the help without worrying that they're going to get dinged on their bill for asking for that little bit of help. We find that it prevents them from asking, because that generation especially, they hold what they've earned all their life very close, near and dear to their heart. So we understand that we want to make sure that they feel like they can reach out for help when they need it. And under that program, again, they can get up to an hour and a half a day of personal care. So whether it's in the shower, whether it's getting dressed, whether it's an escort to meals, we can do escorts. Could be a wheelchair or just someone to walk with while their mom or dad walks with the walker, so they're not walking alone. And when it comes to transfers, we can do a one-person assist. So if mom or dad needs a little boost up or down, totally fine. But we don't use the Hoyer lifts and that sort of thing. It goes along with that social model where we want people to feel like they're surrounded by their peers.
Right. So your services are a bit unique, where you mentioned in the beginning about the levels of care.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you need some or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
essentially. So the social model. So essentially, the social. So the 4 levels we have are social, assurance, premium, and concierge. So the social level would have your 3 meals a day, a little light housekeeping, but it's not going to include the ADLs. So it's essentially kind of your way to come into the building and secure your residency. And I'll kind of get into that in a minute with how our long-term residency financial planning works. Get your foot in the door. Start to make your community, start to make your friends, but not necessarily maybe in need of all the ADLs just yet. The assurance and the premium packages are kind of our like the middle of the road. It's kind of what we've always been known for. It's that no worries pricing and that residency security. And I'll come back to that. And then the concierge level is the highest level, and that really has more bells and whistles. So that has transportation, help with transportation to doctor's appointments, where we'll actually go into the doctor's waiting room with mom, rather than having to hire an outside service for something like that. It comes with, we equip the room with Alexa, with HDTV, with all sorts of other like technology bells in the apartment, that also come equipped through the Alexa with our voice friend system. So we let them know when we can let them know about meal times and different alarms throughout the day, and keep in touch with them through that also throughout the day. And then a couple other cool different higher end services. So it's a little tricky during COVID to be able to really fulfill everything, not fulfill, but it's a harder package when you can't really get out and do all of the little community integration things that come with the concierge package as well. So I would say that the premium package is like really where we're really most well known for. And I'll talk about that because that's really includes that financial piece. So if someone comes in with, say, 1 to 2 years worth of private funds, most private pay facilities, communities are 3 to 5. They want you to have 3 to 5 years worth of private pay. If you have 5 years worth of private pay, that's terrific, wonderful, come on board. But if you have 1 to 2, there is a home for you here. So essentially what can happen is if, mom and dad have a good support system, you come in, you move in to your own private apartment, you live here and benefit from all of the services we have to offer for your 2 years you're privately paying. But when your funds start to run out, we work with the family or whoever's helping, mom or dad, and get them onto a financial program that allows them to stay put even when their finances are gone. So rather than having to move on to a nursing home or move in with the kids when the finances are gone, we apply through one of our financial programs, either through our low income tax credit program that we have. We can also apply for mass health subsidies for residents depending on their income. So if their income was very low, we have a couple of senior care options available to us through Fallon or Tufts. We also have the middle of the road program is our PACE. So if someone lives in this building, we actually can get them onto the Worcester PACE program, which we're the only facility, community outside of Worcester County that's actually allowed into that program. So we can help subsidize residents that way. And then if necessary, we do still actually have GAFC, the Group Adult Foster Care Program, which most people have done away with. Almost everyone has done away with it. We have a couple, we have the option, it's not our best option, but we have it. It's our safety net, so that if a resident runs out of money, that we can give them that security, knowing that they can stay long-term until their medical needs really mean that they really need that next level of care.
Right. Hey, Stephanie, this has been some really good information, very important information, and I appreciate your time. If people want to take a tour or get a hold of you, what's the best way to do that?
They can call me, they can email me. I am admissions department of 1. So all they have to do is call the main number, ask for Stephanie, and we are doing virtual tours right now. We can set up in-person tours, depending on, making sure the level of interest is there with COVID times. But we want to make sure that there's, there's real interest coming in for a tour. So we're just not walking random people through the building. We're really doing really well with keeping our community safe, knock on wood, and we want to keep it that way. So, but they can certainly set up a tour. I can also get brochures out in the mail, or they can go to ChristopherHeights.com.
Okay, awesome. Stephanie Nordstrom, 5 minutes with Stephanie Nordstrom, Christopher Heights in Marlboro. Thank you so much for the time.
Thanks, John. Thank you so much for having me.
See ya.
Bye.